I lost some of the footage for this video, so I don't have an intro, so we're starting with the end at the beginning. This is a video on how to make these cushion covers. I started how I start all my big projects, with the fabric on the floor. Then with a little bit of math and some measurements, I came up with a plan for cutting out all sides for the covers. They were almost square, not quite, and I managed to get 3 sides off of the width of the fabric. And yeah, I measured, I cut, I measured, I cut. Wash, rinse, repeat, you know, as they say. I had to do 36 of these, so it was a lot of crawling around on the floor. So that was one batch of 12 sides to 18 cushion covers, so I'm a third of the way there with the cutting for those. Why is this so physically demanding to do this? I don't know. But it is, and I forgot to check the time on how long that video took to record, so I could tell you how long in total this cutting is going to take me. So that's a fail. Anyway, can I enjoy my food phone that my mommy brought me? I am so blessed to be able to work at home around my family, and we all just look after each other. So. Well, that was a workout I didn't know I needed. Anyway, we now have 36 sort of squares for cushion covers, and I marked each side with a Z where I'm going to be putting the zip, so I know which side is longer, which is shorter. And now I want to finish this edge before I put the zip in, so that it doesn't fray. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright, so this is an overlocker. I don't have to lift my foot to put the fabric under. It feeds it automatically. This blade is going to cut off a thin strip of fabric, and the threads are going to wrap around the edge of the fabric. You see? Nice neat edge that won't fray. Right, I've tried and failed at a few different methods of putting these zips in, and this is what is working best with this fabric. So I've attached wrong sides together, so you'll see that when I'm done. And now I'm going to sew. You start and finish just before the end because you want to be able to tuck those tails in. We've got our other side, and we're just lining up the edges so that you can actually make a cushion cover, but it's not all askew. And now we're going to clip our zip. When doing straight edges, wonder clips are just the best invention ever. Okay, we can take those off now. And once again, you just sew that straight. Like, I've installed both sides of our zip, and I just like to cut all my threads as I go, because I'm not one to like have to go back and redo. Okay, now we've got to finish closing off this. So we want to keep our tails on the inside, the tails of our zipper on the inside of our cushion. So we put a wonder clip here for the seam, and here. And the same on the other end. Keep your tails in. And clip. And clip. Now, we're just going to sew that short distance. Made resistance there because of where the zipper is. So that's as far as I can sew, so I finish it off. And repeat the other side. Now we're ready to construct our cushion, but first open your zipper at least halfway. That's important. Just line up our three sides that are still open. Can you see why it's important to finish your edges? This fabric is fraying quite hectically. So that's why I've been using the serger, overlocker, whatever you like to call it. When I get to the corner, I slow down and I hold the fabric here firmly so that I can guide it to do a rounded corner. If you just try and keep the fabric in one place, that's what will turn it. Don't force it, just hold it. that's why I love using an overlocker, because it does the construction and the edge finishing at the same time. Now we just open our zipper the rest of the way and turn our completed cushion cover the right way around. And there you go. A quick iron and she's done. My client was incredibly happy with her new covers for her patio furniture and asked me if there was any fabric left over for some more covers to be made. Luckily there was. The fabric store actually oversold her on fabric quite a lot, and since then she's left it up to me to just order the fabric so that we don't over purchase. I did end up taking a lot of the fabric off her hands for some other projects, which was great.